This is the story of how a drug addict became one of the toughest fighters in mixed martial arts history. Born on January 10, 1981, in Jamestown, Ohio, Matt Brown grew up in a small, close-knit community.
My childhood, I grew up in a very, very small town. No one's ever heard of it. Population of 200, no street lights, no stoplights, just a gas station, a post office, and a volunteer fire department.
But beneath the surface of this seemingly quiet life was a growing darkness. As a teenager, Brown fell into the world of drugs, experimenting with substances that quickly took hold of his life. Matt's experimentation quickly spiraled into addiction.
It was a rough time, where I was pretty lost and didn't know what I was motivated for, what I was doing anything for, where I was gonna go.
He became heavily involved with drugs, including heroin.
Now, when you were doing drugs and alcohol, what were the drugs? Like, what was the drug that caused you to overdose?
Heroin, an injection, yeah. But really my drug of choice was meth back in that day. That was what I really liked. That was actually what I was addicted to at one point.
A substance that would nearly cost him his life. He was a man on the edge, and in his own words, he was dead to the world. Brown even overdosed on heroin and was declared clinically dead for over a minute. But somehow, against all odds, he survived.
The type of person that fit in with the drug user scene, right? Like that wasn't me. It was just, again, an expression of anger and these things that, in my childhood just kind of, came out the wrong way, right? So it wasn't really like I fit in there.
Right.
So at this point, like I'm really not fitting in anywhere.
Absolutely, yeah.
The Immortal! That near-death experience marked a turning point.
Yeah, I was all coked up and they were like, I heard them say, who wants to fight the champion or, whatever kind of announcement they did. And I was like, I'll fight that. Let's go.
So was you high on coke while you was fighting?
Oh yeah.
How was that? Tell me about that.
Well, the fight only lasted like 2 minutes, so it wasn't too bad, And
You beat him?
Yeah.
What do you expect? He's
But I had to like
hyped up.
I had to go across the street and buy a mouthpiece and buy a cup. There was like a sporting goods store over there, and then there's a restaurant, so I went over there and boiled the mouthpiece in a microwave, come back and did a line in the bathroom before I went out there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
But it wasn't an instant transformation. The road to recovery was long, brutal, and paved with setbacks. Desperate for a way out of the abyss, Brown found solace in an unlikely place, mixed martial arts.
Maybe 2-3 months later, and then I fought a real dude. He was supposed to be going pro, and he beat the and we was talking backstage, and he's like, man, he's like, you're really tough, bro. Like, you need to go train. He's like, I couldn't knock you out. He's like, I tried everything I could. So then I was like, okay, I want to go to a gym. Then I went to a gym, and that was the end of it, man. That's what the day I walked in that gym was the day my life changed.
It was a world where he could channel his anger, his frustration, and his pain. Martial arts became his therapy, his outlet, and eventually, his salvation. He started training with a relentless drive, competing in local MMA events. His raw talent and unyielding determination caught the attention of scouts, and soon, Brown found himself on the path to the UFC. But the fight was far from over. In 2008, Matt Brown got his big break on the reality show, The Ultimate Fighter, Season 7. His tough-as-nails attitude and no-nonsense fighting style quickly made him a fan favorite. Brown wasn't just fighting for a contract. He was fighting for his life to prove that he had truly left his demons behind. So when Matt Brown joined The Ultimate Fighter, he defeated every opponent in his path, reaching the season finale. The final fight was close. Matt Brown put up a decent fight, but he lost. However, because of his sheer will and determination, Dana White noticed it and still gave him a UFC contract. Thus began the journey of one of the toughest fighters in mixed martial arts history.
And Means again looking for the takedown, but he's giving up that. Cope's in trouble here. He's in big trouble.
One fight would define Matt Brown's legacy, a battle that encapsulated all the struggles he had overcome, his fight against Eric Silva in 2014. Silva was young, dangerous, and explosive. The fight began with Silva catching Brown with a vicious body kick that sent him crashing to the canvas.
Time wasters inside the the body shot there for Silva. Matt Brown in a whirl.
As the crowd held its breath, it looked like Brown was done. Silva pounced, looking to finish the fight with a barrage of punches. Brown was hurt, gasping for air, his body battered. But as he lay on the ground, struggling to survive, something incredible happened. In that moment, Brown was transported back to his darkest days. The battles with addiction, the times when he was inches away from death. He remembered the hopelessness, the pain, and how far he had come. This was his shot, his moment of truth. There was no way he was going to let it slip away. Brown pushed Silva off and began to fight back. It was as if the pain from his past fueled him, turning the tide of this fight. He got back to his feet, and what followed was one of the most brutal comebacks in UFC history. Brown unleashed a storm of punches, elbows, and knees. The roles were reversed. Silva was now the one trying to survive. Brown's relentless onslaught was too much, and in the third round, he secured a TKO victory that would go down as one of the greatest moments in UFC history. That night, Matt Brown didn't just win a fight, he conquered his past.
You just put forth one of the greatest performances in UFC history. You did so in your home state of Ohio. How do you feel after that fight?
I just did what I do. I didn't even think it was that good of a fight. I didn't feel my best at all tonight. It's my first main event, in my home state, close to my hometown. The pressure got to me a little bit, but, once I start feeling the groove of the fight, I start pulling things together.
He showed the world that no matter how dark the road, there is always a way back into the light. This fight solidified his status as a true warrior, earning him the nickname the Immortal.
The Immortal!
Today, Matt Brown's story is more than just a tale of survival. It's a story of redemption. He overcame the darkest chapters of his life to become an inspiration to millions. He showed the world that no matter how far you've fallen, it's never too late to fight your way back. As the Immortal continues his journey, both in and out of the octagon, his story serves as a beacon of hope. For anyone struggling with their own battles, Matt Brown's life proves that it's possible to conquer your demons and emerge stronger on the other side. Matt Brown's story isn't just about fighting. It's about the human spirit's capacity for redemption, transformation, and triumph. This is the Immortal Matt Brown, a true warrior inside and out.
A quote that I remember where I said, stop trying to find yourself and start to define yourself. And I felt like the whole time I was trying to find myself. And I said, I'm gonna define who the I am. I'm gonna say this is what I am and this is what I do. I'm a fighter. Let's go. It's do or die.
If you found Matt Brown's story as inspiring as we did, make sure to hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe for more incredible stories of triumph and perseverance. Until next time, keep fighting the good fight.